Alright, the other day we had a heavy rain, lasted all day long, and in the bathroom, the ceiling vent, the exhaust vent, I noticed some water dripping down the floor. So we're up on the roof today. I got my helper with me, and we're gonna seal this back up. If you can look closely, you can see where the sealant is chipped away on here. The shingle above it is loose, so we're gonna clean all this old caulking off of here. Get it as clean as we possibly can, and then we're going to put just some fresh caulking, roof sealant down, hopefully stop the leak. It is late October, so we want to get this done now before it freezes and you get ice buildup underneath your shingles. It'll cause a lot more damage. So kind of glad we got a heavy rain to see that we had a leak before it became a big problem. Alright, so we have the flashing area cleaned up. I just took my pocket knife and scraped around it. Got the exposed edge of the flashing where it meets the shingle. You don't have to get all the old stuff off, but you do want to get to where your flashing actually meets your shingle, because that's where any water is going to get under. And then on the top side, you're going to lift up the top shingle and put a fresh bead of caulk under there. And I have Loctite roof and flashing sealer. Doesn't have to be this brand, but you're going to definitely want something that's made specifically for roofs and flashings. It's going to bond better between your asphalt shingles and your tin flashing. So unfortunately I don't have somebody to hold my camera right now, so I'm going to turn off the camera. I'll put some caulk on it, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, so we have a fresh bead of caulking around the edge here. You should be able to see pretty clearly in the camera what it looked like before and after. All the dried crack stuff around the edges. You don't really need to peel the old stuff up that well, as long as you get where the flashing meets the actual shingle. Just run a nice solid bead all the way around the edge, and that should take care of your leaking problem. Hopefully if you guys have a roof leak, this video will give you a little more confidence in how easy it can be to fix a leak. Something like this, if you call a contractor, they can come up on your roof. If you don't know much about roofing, they can tell you it could be a couple $1,000s to fix a small leak. They can tell you need new flashing, new vents, new shingles. And when it can be a simple repair like this, you can go to any hardware store, get a tube of the roof sealant for a couple bucks, and try doing it yourself. The one good thing is, if you do this and it still leaks, you can still call a professional. But if it works, you just saved yourself potentially thousands of dollars. Alright, as long as we're up on the roof today, it's a good idea to walk around your roof and look for any damage that may have been caused by storms over the summertime, or branches falling on your roof, anything like that. Walk around and look for loose shingles or flashing that needs to be caulked like we just did. When you buy the tube of flashing sealant, you're probably not going to use it all with your flashing, so looking around for shingles that might be loose, you can use it up by putting some underneath the shingle and then sticking it back down. We got a little loose shingle here, one right here, so we're just going to put the caulk underneath it, give it a squeeze. That's going to fill up underneath. Push it down. Now if you get any more windstorms, that shingle's not going to rip off and cause another leak in your roof. So just continue looking around your roof, walk around, pick at the edges of shingles that look loose a little bit maybe, and use up the rest of your flashing sealant to either plug any more holes or stick down any loose shingles that you find.